Okay, guys, I told you I was going to come back and talk about irony. Don't let it look sweet today. I just had to throw that in, just for the fun of it. Anyway, in fiction writing, a lot of times people use irony, and you may not know what irony is. Well, what is irony? It's a contrast between what is stated and what is actually happening. So there's verbal irony, situational irony, and dramatic irony. Now, here's some examples of irony, verbal irony. Like when someone is saying that exactly opposite of the situation they're in. Okay, like this here. The cat lover was allergic to cats. That's irony. He's a cat lover, but he's allergic to cats. And here's another one. A real estate owner was great at selling houses, but he couldn't sell his own. That's irony. It's like a little kind of like poking fun at him in a sense, in a funny way. Or like the police station was robbed by a bandit. Now, a police station is supposed to be a place where there's all kind of cops, all kind of protection. For a bandit to come and rob them, that's irony. That's like poking fun at them. Or a fire station that caught on fire and burned. There are firefighters there. They're supposed to put out fires, not let the fire station burn down. Okay, so verbal irony is found in dialogue, and situational irony is when someone takes the place that's something different from what is actually happening. Dramatic irony is when the reader or the audience knows something's going to happen before the character does. So there's verbal, which is mostly found in dialogue, like when someone is saying something that's their situation in, like saying, isn't the weather lovely outside and it's a hurricane? Now that's irony. It's not lovely, so they're really not saying it's lovely. They're saying it's so bad, so they're using irony to describe it. It's a lovely day today out there, isn't it? And you look out and you see the storm and say, he's kidding. It's not really what he's saying. Situational, when events take place that's completely different from what was expected, like the fire station burning down and the police department being robbed, that's situational. Dramatic, when the reader or the audience knows something that the character doesn't know. So this is irony. It's a contrast between what is actually said and what is actually happening. So in a sense, they're kind of poking fun at the person, telling them, saying something that's because if somebody said to you, "Isn't it a lovely day outside?" and you look out and it's raining, and you look back and say, "Well, I know he's not serious." So that's irony. Irony is not being serious, but poking fun at the situation that's opposite of what it actually is happening. So irony, people use that a lot. Even in life sometimes they say, talking about different people, they'll say, "Doesn't she look beautiful today?" And she may not, look totally bad, which is not a good thing to say. But it's just showing you how irony can be. So they're stating something that's actually different than what actually is. They're looking at what she has on and say, she's dressed up today. She looks beautiful today, doesn't she? They don't really mean it. So irony is like that. It's like, you're saying things opposite of what you really mean. Most of the time, the people pick it up. Even if they don't understand, they can pick it up and know what you're meaning. And some will ignore it, and some will not. But that's the way irony is. You state things that are different than what the situation actually is. There's verbal, situational, and dramatic. So now you know what irony is. And a lot of times people use it in writing, in stories. They'll state something about a character or something, and the person will say, "Well, I know that's not really what they mean. They're just using irony." So anyway, so that's irony. It's not hard to know or understand. It's just some literary devices that people use. Irony. There's sarcasm. When a person's being sarcastic. You can figure that out real quick. So, irony, that's what irony is. So stating something that's usually opposite. There's verbal, situational, and dramatic. Now, dramatic, like when the fire department is burned down, there's supposed to be firemen. Or when the police station got robbed from a bandit, there's supposed to be all cops in there. So that's irony. It's just stating. You just think about it and you say, that doesn't make any sense. The fire department burning down or a police station getting robbed. Okay, so that's all of what irony is. It's stating something that's opposite of what you actually mean. Just kind of poke. They use it sometimes to poke fun at situations or events. And you really know that that's not what they're talking about. So they're just being sarcastic or using irony to describe it. So, okay, This is me today, Sunday. I hope you all had a good Sunday, and I hope you joined me for breakfast on my other video this morning. I hope so. But right now, I'm just working on. I've got so many things to work on, guys. I've got so many things that I have in the fire. Thanksgiving's coming up, and I want to get some stuff for the homeless. Give some stuff there. I like to donate to different soup houses, soup kitchens, and stuff like that help the homeless. Give them meals on the holiday, because nobody should be alone on holidays. Nobody should be alone on Christmas or anything. I often think about a song that Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers had about, about no one. Well, there's a line in there where she said, "No one should be alone at Christmas." And so it's wonderful that they do have these soup kitchens and stuff like that can help people, give them food, and they can have conversation with other people. So that's what I like. I enjoy helping others. That's just me. I do these videos and I enjoy doing the videos, but that's not my main thing. If you enjoy them, I'm glad you enjoy them. I see so many people on here advertising clothes and stuff. My main thing is for writers, build writers up so they can get going and realize that writing is a journey and not a destination, and keep going and fulfill their dream. But I also like clothes. So what can I say? I like clothes. I like writing. That's just me. Okay. See you later, guys. If you have any questions about this stuff, just let me know. Put it in the thing. If there's any question you have about writing, drop it in the link, a comment, so that I can know what to talk to you about. Okay. I think the next thing we're going to talk about, is your writer's voice. Do you know your writer's voice? You have one. Well, we'll talk about it later. Bye-bye now.